Hi folks, Don Cooper here. Sometimes when we are out doing education, agitation projects, we end up in a conversation, and what happens is something that we should never do, in my opinion, and that is we get a whole bunch of abolitionists who sort of pile on to one person who's talking. In other words, we have a conversation that started, say, between one abolitionist and a passerby, and that conversation is going, and maybe it's even getting a little intense, and then you have other abolitionists who are standing by, observing, or they kind of move over, and you might be one of those who comes over, and you're just standing there just itching to put in your perfect argument that you know is going to save the day, and that has to be said. And I am guilty of this as the next person, and it is something we shouldn't do. If there's a conversation that's already started between two people, you should rarely jump in, and almost never jump in without permission from the people already involved. So like if the abolitionist needs some help and turns to you and says, hey Don, could you answer that question? Would you mind answering that? Or something like that, that's okay. Or if the person who's the passerby who's asking the question maybe turns to you and says, what do you think? Then that's okay. But otherwise, we should pretty much keep our mouths shut. And you'll see in this video how this person was stopped to converse and was kind of was agitated and was getting a bit aggressive. And then there was a whole bunch of us who had to pile in on him. And something I think that we should all be aware of and avoid doing. Let the people talk. And chances are you may not even know something that's already going on in the conversation that they already know, because the relationship has already started, it's kind of established, and you're going to disrupt it almost without question, even if your argument is the perfect one or you have the perfect comment that's going to save the day kind of thing. So just avoid that. Pretty much you want to just be quiet, stand by. I know that sometimes too that we want to get a camera on it, and so a person comes over the camera. That's also something else that you want to be careful about, and not to disrupt it, but to come over discreetly with the camera, and if you think it's something that needs to be videotaped. So anyway, the point here is let people converse. Don't be too quick to jump in and uninvited into a conversation that's already started. Thanks.